What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to, of course, be talking about with you guys. For those of you who haven't heard about this by now, there's a big news kind of going around that the Charlotte Hornets versus the Los Angeles Lakers could actually be, kind of discussing a trade right now that actually includes Russell Westbrook potentially for Terry Rozier. The report and rumor going around by Mark Stein right now is actually that if the Lakers were to trade Russell Westbrook to the Charlotte Hornets, they would not be interested in Gordon Hayward, but more so they would be interested in trying to acquire Terry Rozier. Now, that's what the rumored trade would be, and then of course the Lakers would have to throw in a couple first round picks, this and that. But let me just put this straight up for you guys, and I think you guys are all thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. I absolutely hate this trade for both teams. I think both teams lose this trade, especially the Hornets. Why would the Charlotte Hornets trade Terry Rozier, a dude that puts up 20 points per game, for Russell Westbrook, who puts up 18 points per game, but on an efficiency of like 1%? Why would they do that? Not just that, Westbrook was one of the biggest turnover machines this season, and his three-point shooting was non-existent. His defense was non-existent. I just don't understand why the Hornets would really do this. How does Russell Westbrook really help this Hornets team win more than what Terry Rozier does? And look, those two first-round picks, they could be very, very good first-round picks. I would assume one would be protected. But it just doesn't make any sense. And I feel like if the Lakers were to give up Westbrook and two first-round picks, they could maybe even get more than Terry Rozier from the right team. I'm not saying that Westbrook is obviously better than Terry Rozier, but if you were to go to the Pacers, which is the rumored trade as well, and offered two first-round picks and Russell Westbrook, you could walk out with Malcolm Brogdon and Buddy Hield, which I like those two players a lot more for the Lakers than I do than Terry Rozier. First of all, Terry Rozier doesn't necessarily help what I think this Lakers team needs more than anything. What the Lakers really, really need is some good defense and consistent three-point shooting, right? Of course, they might need another shot creator there, but the two main things are good defense and three-point shooting. Terry Rozier does come in. He is a pretty nice three-point shooter, but I wouldn't say he's like the catch-and-shoot three-point shooter you want to put besides LeBron and AD. Again, we've seen them try and add another point guard to the starting lineup with Dennis Schroeder and now Russell Westbrook, and it just hasn't worked either times. I really liked it when they ran LeBron as the point forward and had a bunch of shooters and big men around him. And there's no reason that LeBron still can't do it. Again, this was only 2 years ago when he did it. I know he's a lot older now, but 2 years ago he did this exact thing. Why can't the Lakers do it again? I don't necessarily think they need that point guard to add to the starting lineup. But then you might be like, well, what about Malcolm Brogdon? You're saying they're going to go out and get Malcolm Brogdon. The reason Malcolm Brogdon's a lot different to a player like Terry Rozier is because he doesn't need to have the ball to be extremely efficient. In my opinion, Terry Rozier is a guy that needs to have the ball to be efficient. So was Dennis Schroeder. But when we look at the Los Angeles Lakers and Malcolm Brogdon is a dude that can play off ball extremely well. He can turn into a really good three-point shooter and defender. And then when LeBron goes off the court, then Malcolm Brogdon can become the point guard. But as I said, if you trade for Terry Rozier, he's going to want the ball in his hands to be that shot-creating guard. He's done it a lot on the Hornets, and he plays the role pretty good when LaMelo goes to the bench. But I just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to do it with LeBron when you can go out and get Malcolm Brogdon, who can be a, catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, off-ball type of guy, and then can be your shot-creating, playmaking guard when LeBron is not on the court. I think Malcolm Brogdon makes a whole lot of sense. Then plus Buddy Hield, he doesn't have too much value on the Pacers. It's obvious that they don't really want him a whole lot, and I think they are going to want to move from him. And then again, Buddy Hield you bring to the team. Terrific three-point shooter that can play off-ball to help LeBron out. The other thing is, if LeBron was to get hurt or go to the bench, now you've got two off-ball guys that can turn into shot creators in Buddy Hield and Malcolm Brogdon. They make a whole lot more sense than Terry Rozier. Not just that, if you're the Hornets though, you don't want Russell Westbrook. He doesn't add to your team whatsoever, and I'm not too sure how much those 2 first-round picks add to your team as well. But if you're the Pacers, Russell Westbrook helps out a lot because they have the worst ticket sales in the league, a bunch of empty seats all the time, and I feel like if anyone is going to bring in some crowds, it's actually Russell Westbrook to Indiana, because if they manage to get Russell Westbrook playing like how he was in the second half of the year for the Washington Wizards, people are going to go to the games because he actually turned it up and played a whole lot better for the Wizards that time. And I definitely think he still has the capability to do it. Not just that, I think the Pacers just fit way more for him than what the Lakers, of course, do. Not just that, everywhere Westbrook goes, he sells jerseys. And again, you're going to sell jerseys in Indiana. It's no different for Russell Westbrook. And again, the Pacers are a rebuilding team. Those who like to always contend, those 2 first-round picks will help out a whole lot. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if the Pacers are going to be fully on Russell Westbrook, because there's been rumors they're going to try and get Jalen Brunson now. And wow, would Jalen Brunson be awesome for this Pacers team? Could you imagine a starting 5 of how cool that would be, of having Jalen Brunson, Chris Duarte, and Tyrese Halliburton all in the 5. All 3 of them are so good offensive-wise. They can all ball handle and all can play off-ball. All good three-point shooters. Their defense might not be there, but gosh dang, that would be a very exciting 3 to watch. And again, Chris Duarte and Tyrese Halliburton can both guard small forward, I guess, if really needed to. And Jalen Brunson would be there. That'd be so awesome. But yeah, for the Charlotte Hornets, this trade doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm assuming if they did it, Westbrook would be their backup guard. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me having a dude on $44 million to come run backup. I think the Pacers are a lot cooler. Again, the Pacers, if they got Westbrook, you would just substitute not getting Jalen Brunson for Westbrook and 2 first-round picks, really. And you'd have Westbrook at the point guard, Duarte at the 2, and Tyrese at the 3. That trio would also be extremely fun to watch. And yeah, both of them can shoot around Westbrook. I believe that team would be really, really cool to maybe see going in the future or something like that. So I'm really interested to see how this, of course, all does go. I would very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Do you guys think that the Charlotte Hornets and Los Angeles Lakers should do a trade that looks something like this? Or do you guys think both teams should, of course, try and stay away from it? Of course, I would definitely really like to know. Don't forget to comment all your thoughts and opinions. As I said, subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlog channel. Recently, actually just released a new vlog over there. Would mean quite a bit if you guys would, of course, go and, maybe potentially check that out. Again, links for them all will be in the description down below. And follow my Instagram. I feel like I don't say that enough. I do post on Instagram stories again quite a fair bit. It would, again, mean a lot if you guys went and did that. I feel like if my follower count got a little bit higher on that, I would actually start posting like consistent NBA news there. So you would really not only get to watch my YouTube, but also get to check out my Instagram and see if I've posted anything on there that I haven't done on YouTube, which again would quite possibly be quite a lot. But that's, again, if I got my follower count up, that would be really cool to maybe see something like that happen. Again, as I was saying, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.